Good morning. Today I want to do a brief podcast highlighting the Workday announcement of Sana. I've got a big article on this and a video discussing it briefly. It's a very big announcement for Workday. It's a very big announcement for Sana. It's a very big announcement for us because we built Galileo on Sana. The essentially big story here is that all Workday customers now have access to the Sana user experience on top of Workday. Sana is an agent platform, and so it has a user experience very much like all the other agents, but you can pick the model that you want to use. It has almost all of the major LLM models available. It has a file structure so that you can add files of your own and share files between workers as a productivity tool, a little bit like SharePoint. You can query and access data from your Workday instance, and it inherits the security and data privileges of Workday. So if you only are supposed to access data in a certain part of the system, that's all you'll be able to get to. And I don't know how much of Workday is available in it, but I think you can also execute Workday transactions from the experience, which means that you now have an agent front end to the entire Workday system. This is a little bit more advanced than I've seen from any other major ERP provider because most of the other vendors, whether it be UKG or SAP or Oracle or whoever, are building agents to complement their HCM or ERP, not to completely subsume it. Now, I can't tell you exactly what transactions are available and which ones are not, but it looks like a lot of it. And in addition to all that, Sana includes a development environment, which is called Sana Workflows, to easily build apps with branching and various logic within them, which are basically chains of prompts around this. So you can build apps like travel and expense apps and apps for onboarding and all sorts of other things. And then, of course, Galileo sits in there too. So you can ask Galileo English questions on any topic about HR, management, leadership, and access that. And if you have Workday today, you are licensed to use the Sana interface. I think there's an addendum, and you'll pay for it through the Workday credits system. So there's not a lot of setup. I think they've created the environments for all of the Workday instances already. In addition to this, there's an advanced version of Sana called Sana Enterprise, which is basically, by the way, the version of Sana that we've been using for Galileo that allows you to connect to SharePoint, Slack, Teams, Salesforce, all sorts of other systems, and has other capabilities as well. So Workday will have to explain to you what features they included in that, and then you can upgrade to that. So this is a major change to the system and unique in the sense that most of the other ERPs don't have an entire AI front end. They have AI agents in the system they sell you today. So not only can you use the agents inside of Workday, as has been available for the last year or two, but now you can build agent apps on top of Workday really easily. Individuals can, managers can, IT can, and so forth. And, our role as Galileo, for those of you that have Galileo, and we are now a partner of Workday, that'll be announced as well tomorrow. The users can interact in English with this system as opposed to having to find the transactions in Workday the way they normally would. So there's lots and lots of opportunities here to extend and leverage and make Workday much, much more accessible to the average worker, employee, manager in your company. Now, in addition to all this, which is in the article and you'll see screenshots, there's another part of Sana called Sana Learning, which I don't know if they're going to spend a lot of time announcing today, but that's another spectacular part of Sana that's a dynamic enablement, dynamic AI native learning platform, which we've used a lot. And it connects to the agent in your instance. So for those of you that have Sana Learning or have Galileo is coupled together between the agent and the learning, you'll be able to connect this Workday Sana front end to a learning system so people can not only access data and ask questions and get answers, but they can also get access to learning from the Sana learning system. And that will be available at some point from Workday. It's available natively from Sana today. There's many, many features to Sana that I talked about in the article you can read. I think it's significant from a business standpoint for a bunch of reasons. Number one, it makes Workday way easier to use, way easier to sell, way easier to market. But bigger than that, I mean, there's something actually much bigger than that. And that is that the Sana system is kind of an employee experience platform. It allows you to record meetings. It has integrations to desktop productivity tools. And so even though it isn't quite as extensive as Microsoft Copilot and Microsoft Teams, it's a slightly competitive product to all of those: Cowork, ChatGPT for corporate, whatever your front end is. And so where Workday wants to go and Sana wants to go, and this is, a lot of work for them, but I think this is where this platform goes, is to really be the productivity front door for your entire workforce. And that's a big job, big shoes to fill, as they say, but I can see where this will go. We use Sana in our company. We have now for more than 2 years. And we're also a Microsoft shop, and the two interact very, very well. The meeting recorder in Sana is very, very good. It's as good as any other one. We love it. We use it all the time. And the nice thing about it is the corpus of meetings is integrated with the corpus of documents and other things that you might have. Now, you can get that kind of functionality from Microsoft and also from Google, of course. They're going in the same direction. But this puts Workday into a much bigger market. And then from the standpoint of HCM applications, ERP applications, you can build things on top of this. The FlowWise tool is going to be integrated into it to build an agent studio. And then you have vendors like Galileo that sit on top of it and make it an easy-to-use, highly intelligent system for managers and employees to do much, much more than get data and input data into Workday. So I think it's a very big deal. Take a look at the article I wrote. Take a look at the video. I'm sure you'll be hearing a lot from Workday about it. And Sana is a really exciting young AI native company. I've got a little bit of information in the article about who Sana is. You're going to be seeing Sana around the country, around the world. We're doing some workshops with them and others. There will be lots of marketing, I'm sure, around this. So what this does to Workday's stock price is unpredictable. They're under the same attack as all the other enterprise software vendors from a business model standpoint. But I think this breathes a very significant new life into Workday's AI strategy, and we're very supportive. Thanks for now, and talk more later as we get through the Unleash conference in Vegas this week.